Hi everyone, Jonathan here again. I'm a cartoonist, an illustrator, and an educator. I've done these books, and I'm here on behalf of my friends from Create More Fear Less. And I'm doing these videos as sort of a way to teach us to sort of loosen up and have fun with our drawing, and hopefully kind of give us a way to sort of get some anxiety that we might have in us out into the world, and hopefully that releases some of that pressure on us. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. And if you're returning, I'm also really excited to have you come back. And so what we're going to do to start off this video, does anyone remember that was here last time? Exactly. We're going to be doing the worry release exercise. And so what this is it is a way for us to take these worries that we might have, and instead of them owning us, remind us that we have control over them and that we can kind of get them out of our system. This is sort of a cathartic way to do that. And so what you're going to need is a piece of paper, or anything that you can write on that you're going to want to put your worries on. You could use a rock. I've used a rock in the past. We call them worry stones, but for these I'm just going to be doing using these sticky notes. And so I want you to close your eyes, take a breath, and just think about, what have you been thinking about? What have you been worrying about? What's on your mind lately? And I want you to take a moment and write it down. And remember, if you don't like writing, you can draw it. Really just kind of getting it out into the world is what's important. And same with that, sharing is really big. If we were doing this in person, we'd give people a chance to share. I know we can't because we're doing this through video, but maybe you want to share it with a parent or a sibling or a friend that you might have. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys if that's okay. I wrote down school because as I'm filming this video, school is coming up. I imagine it might be coming up for some of you too. And I'm a teacher at a college, and it's just going to look so different this year. And I don't know what it's going to look like. And I'm really nervous about it. I'm worried about people being safe, and I'm worried about how we're going to teach and how we're going to learn. But I guess we'll figure it out. So what I'm going to do is, with my worries, is I am going to take them and I'm going to fold them up. And I'm going to actually hold on to all of the worries that I write down during these videos, and I'm going to keep them. I said I'd get them in an envelope, and I forgot to get the envelope. I'm going to do that right after this. I make this video. But I'm going to hold on to them, so at the end of the 8 weeks, I can look at them and I can kind of see, maybe there's something I wasn't worrying. Maybe there's a worry that I'm not worrying about anymore, or maybe there's something that's still sitting with me, and I can decide what to do with it. And in the same way, you can decide to put it in your pocket and keep thinking about it. If you don't want to worry about it anymore, maybe you can just crumple it up and throw it in the recycling bin. But it's really up to you. All right. And just remember that our worries don't control us. We have control over our worries. Okay. And so we'll go and move on to the project. And so you'll see that I have kind of a weird spread out here today. So the supplies that you're going to need is, you're going to need some paper to draw on or paint on or whatever. And you're also going to need anything that you can get your hands on, that you can make marks with, that you can tape with, that you can draw with. So you'll see I have my little watercolor set. I also have water and a paper towel to make sure I keep things clean, my brush is clean, or wipe up anything on the table I need to. I have some what's called ink pencils that are like water soluble pencils. You don't have to have these, I'm just showing you what I'm using. I just have some colored pencils. And then I also have the things that I used for the first. I have some Sharpies, some highlighters, some brushes, some pens, kind of an assortment of things. All right. So what we're going to do to start off for the exercise, actually, sorry, I should give you a moment. If you want to pause, you can go and grab whatever you need to grab. And I'll be here. All right, you got everything? You need one more second? All right, I'll give you one more second. Okay. So, this is actually straight from the Create More, Fear Less website. The project is called Perfectionists Unite. And if you haven't gone to that website yet, you really should, because there's a lot of, if you like the exercises I'm doing, there's a lot of really, really great exercises that kind of deal with a lot of the similar things. I focus mostly on drawing, but there's a lot of fun 3D projects and stuff too, if you like kind of working that way. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to make the most imperfect piece of art that we possibly can. So to start off, what I want us to do is I want us to draw a box in the middle of our paper. And what this box represents is this box represents sort of the box that we put ourselves in when we're worrying about being a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. If something doesn't go right, I throw kind of a hissy fit. Drawing, I'm getting better at it. I'm trying to get better at it, and it's a process. When I cook something, if it doesn't turn out right away, I get angry at myself. Anything I'm doing, if it doesn't turn out right away. And so this is kind of that, this is that experience of kind of, if things don't go right, I can only think inside this box. I'm kind of shoving myself into this box. And these are all the experiences and everything else that we can have when outside of this box, outside of this way of thinking. All right. And so what we're going to do is we want to break that box down, and we also want to try to fill up. We want to try to let loose and kind of fill up all this other space outside of that box. So to do that, the first thing we want to do is let's start breaking down the walls. So instead of these perfect straight lines, I'm actually using my left hand, which is really uncomfortable, but I'm going to make these squiggly lines, and I'm going to break down the walls of the box. All right? See? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue drawing, and you can draw whatever, but the minute it starts to look too nice, I want you to do something different, draw a different mark, put down some tape. I have some washi tape here. I also have some masking tape. And I want you, so I'm just going to tear that piece off, and it wasn't even a perfect tear. All right, I put that down. And then I'm going to continue drawing. And I'm going to keep drawing, and the minute something turns out like it's too perfect, I'm going to draw over it. Or maybe I should put some paint down. I haven't touched my paint yet. Actually, I need some water. Actually, maybe I'll put water down first, and then put some more color on here. Oops. And again, have fun with it. Go crazy. I never really go crazy like this. I'm a very color inside the lines person. So this ink, these ink pens are kind of like watercolors and colored pencils. And so I'm going to put some tape down, some more tape down if I can find the thing. But really the idea being that anytime, maybe I won't do this because I can't find the edge of it. There we go. Just keep, you know what? Let's go ahead, and I'm going to make this cross through the box too. Anytime you would make a line that is too perfect, or see, I wanted to use that similar tape, but I'm going to do this. And then just let yourself loose and just have fun. For some people, this is a really, really hard exercise to just draw sort of like free and loose and not worry about what it looks like at all. You know, honestly, I'm one of those people that it can kind of be stressful. too, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. It's really nice to just draw and like just not worry about what it looks like, and just sort of like let myself make marks. It's funny because even as I'm doing this, I'm like worrying about, is it imperfect enough to show you guys on this video? Like, I want there to be this perfect example for all of you of this imperfect drawing, and part of me is like not happy with how it's turning out. So that it is a constant worry, it's a constant fear, but we have to just let loose. So you can see I put let's get some brighter colors in here. I can't remember. I thought, oh, just that it's a constant struggle to try to have that, to change that way of thinking and to think outside of it. All right, so take your time, however however long you want to spend on it. And I'm going to stop here just because I don't want this video to last real long, and maybe it's kind of boring to see me just keep, oops, see, and even that's too close in the corner. You know what, let's turn it and do that. Okay, and let's tape it down. Sorry, I said I was done and then I wasn't actually done. So you can fill your whole page if you want. I think it'd be great if you did. I'm going to stop there, like I said. And the last thing we need to do is we need to sign our masterpieces. All right. Whew. How was that? Did you like it? Or was it kind of annoying, or maybe you didn't like it? Maybe it's too out of your comfort zone. But I think that's good, right? It's good to get out of our comfort zones. It's good to think outside of our boxes and to just let ourselves be free to play and to draw. And sometimes it's better to make an imperfect drawing and be free than be stuck in our little boxes and be perfect. And I think that's all I really want you to take out of this exercise. And so we'll kind of end it there for today. I hope you join us next time. Next time what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a kind of wrong but kind of right drawing. And again, it's just another exercise to get us to loosen up and to realize that it's okay if we don't get things right the first time, and that there's things that we can do to get it right after that. So I don't want to give you too many spoilers, but again, thanks for joining me, especially if you are just joining me for the first time, but also if you're coming back, I really appreciate that too. So stay safe and be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.